All right, so let's talk about the 5 ways that you can basically increase the amount of money that you're making from your business. So first, let's apologize for that fan spinning in the background. My ADD would be kicking off for that. But anyway, number one, and this is what most people go towards, is to basically book more jobs. And you can certainly do that. If you're only booking 2 jobs a week now and you go to 4 jobs a week, well, of course you're going to make more money. Only problem with that is you need to add more crews, and there's more complexity around that. You know, when you go from 1 crew to 2, that's a big difference. Think about going from 1 to 2 kids. So you had 1 and now you had twins, right? That's not great. But then, like, as you keep on going more and more and more, then you go to 3 crews. Well, then it's the same thing. You go from having 1 kid to doubles, twins, to now triplets. It's just, you have no idea what the hell's going on in your business, right? Along with that, what ends up happening is your costs increase as well, because as you add more crews, if you're not doing subs, then you need more, trucks, trailers, equipment, taxes, all the other kind of stuff, plus all the expense of the employees, and then everything needs to run perfectly. Otherwise, if you have rain days and stuff like that, and you still need to keep them working, well, then you're going to be losing that money, right? So it's something to keep in consideration. The next thing you can do is raise your prices. This is where I was just talking to someone else. If you're typically charging, just say $5,000, and you charge $5,500, and before you're only making $2,000 at $5,000, well, now by charging, $5,500, now you're making $2,500. You're making 25% more profit by charging an extra $500. So it's another way you can do it. And then you don't have to add additional crews. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So your life stays pretty easy. The next thing you can do is increase your job size. So this is for like remodel or stuff like that. If you are doing these small little repairs here and there, you're only making like $1,000, $2,000 off of a job. But then you go in the higher end where you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000. Well, then the same process. You're doing less jobs and it's a little bit easier to manage. So you can do that. The other thing is job frequency. So as a fence company, we just pretty much do one-off jobs. The thing that we could get into is doing more of reoccurring sources. So if we got into power washing or staining, something like that, you're not making as much up front, but because you're making continual profit year after year, you're going to end up making more than you would on a one-off job. And the final last part is doing more profitable jobs. So chances are you do several different types of jobs. As a fence company, we do like vinyl, aluminum, cedar, stuff like that. Well, what we find out is we make more money doing vinyl than anything else. So if we would get rid of the other projects, well, what would end up happening is we're making more money per job, which then means we're making way more money and we don't have to do any harder work. So those are the 5 ways. Have a good one.